So this is an unboxing of a new multi-tool I found. I think I'm gonna like this one a lot. 21 in 1. Standard setup, pretty much. What is this called? I think it's on. Doesn't even say it on the outside of the box. That's how you know it's made in China, you know. But that's most of the stuff I buy, anyways. So there it is. Hanshi. It's a Hanshi. So this is my first unboxing. I saved this one for a week to unbox it just because I haven't gotten around to doing a video. But something I've noticed in a lot of the new multi-tools is they're starting to integrate a fire stick, a flint stick or fire starter. And I think that's cool because if you have this for survival, or you want to use it as a survival tool, or bring it camping, or just leave it in your car, it's definitely a key thing to have. So it's got a little whistle on there for emergencies. You get stuck in the woods. They always say that's your first and most useful survival tool, is making sure people can hear you if you're stranded. This thing's got a pretty nice build to it. Let's open it up. I mean, it snaps into place. That's pretty cool. It's also spring-loaded. So I carry another knife that's similar to this with the hammer on the bottom and the window breaker, but this one has some unique features that I thought was definitely better. So the spring-loaded is up there. I've always struggled with the pliers. When you need to use them with one hand, or you got to wrap your finger around it, and sometimes they're large and bulky, so kind of a pain in the butt. But the spring loaded is cool. A lot of new guys are new tools are making that spring loaded. One of the things I'm not sure I'm gonna like is this kind of hex styled plier noses, like for the needle nose pliers. I might love it. I might hate it. The other ones I use are all kind of rounded. I mean, there's some that are squared off, but this is like kind of hexed. I don't know if you can see that. But they do have the replaceable snippers. One of the cool things that I liked about this, and one of the reasons I bought it, was because it has the hammer, like one of my favorite ones does have, but it also has the pry bar and the seatbelt cutter on there, which is actually when I started carrying knives. I had a couple buddies die in car accidents, unfortunately, in high school, and I was like, well, if I could get something with a window breaker and a seatbelt cutter, maybe that'll help improve my chances of saving myself if I ever get into a car accident. Never had to use it, and hopefully never will, but I'm always rather be prepared. Rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. These scissors are kind of nice. I like how they have ridges on the handle. These are pretty well built. I wonder how they snip. I'll probably be testing this out over the next couple of weeks, and I'll maybe do another video about how it shows up when it's needed. The locking mechanism is pretty nice, pretty secure. The blade, let's check out the blade. It's a little stuck. Yeah, that's a little stuck, but it does not have serrated edges, which some people prefer, but me, somebody that likes to be able to do everything, I like it for the looks and sometimes for the function, but honestly, I think the function of a full flat straight razor, straight blade is probably better, but I mean, it's up to preference, of course. Yeah, so that's pretty nice. It feels pretty sharp. What's on this side? Okay. So there's a wood saw on this side. And it's your standard, wood saw. It does have a nice looking pocket clip. And then it looks like it's got a file. And I wonder how good this file is. Oh, there's no file on the backside. Sometimes they do a diamond bit, diamond course file on one side, and I found that those are typically pretty crappy. Like the diamond serration just kind of falls right off, almost like it was just glued on, which maybe is typical. But this has got a measuring device, a ruler, which doesn't really look that useful because one side is not even a flat edge. But the file on the other side looks pretty decent. It's a diamond cut file, which I think is the right name for it. Goes in both directions, as you can see. I don't know how useful it's going to be or how well it's going to hold up, but let's check out the inner tools. So another reason, I think this really is your all-in-one multi-tool, because it's got pretty much everything but a wrench, which I know people are trying to figure out how to fit wrenches and everything else and a plier into the same multi-tool, but it hasn't really showed up that often as a good option. How do I get this thing out? Yeah, so struggling to kind of get this out. Yeah, it definitely doesn't come out too easy. Maybe if I pull this out, and I can kind of poke it through. I mean, you can kind of do that, but that's definitely not a good feature. I mean, I got it out, but so you're supposed to be able to take this bit out, which looks like it would be the same as the Leatherman bits. But yeah, now you got a screwdriver. You got a Phillips head and a flat head, and it looks like it's relatively sturdy. It goes right into the hammer end. But yeah, getting this in and out is kind of a pain in the butt. So I don't know if there's a better way to do it, or if I'm just not dexterous enough to do it. On the other side, we've got an awl, which I'm still trying to figure out how to use an awl properly. I don't think it's that hard, but it just seems kind of weird. I'm trying to get into leather working a little bit, so maybe it'll help me with that. And it's got the blade. I guess that's for burrs and stuff on metal. I don't really know. I've never actually used an awl before. And it's got this lock release on the back, which I like. So it's got that. It's got a another screwdriver, fine point screwdriver, a bottle opener, a can opener, a wire cutter, and that looks like it's about it. But yeah, I'm going to put these to work over the next couple weeks and see how they hold up. I mean, it's not too heavy, but it feels like it's built well. So, I don't know. I don't think it's going to be too bulky in my pocket, at least not any bulkier than the other one that I have that has the hammer and the window breaker on the end. As a matter of fact, this is on the opposite end. So on the one I carry around now, the window breaker's up here on the top side of the where you'd put it in your pocket. So when I go to reach into my pocket, it kind of scrapes the side of my hand. So this might actually be better because it's on the bottom. I will let you guys know. But so another cool feature on this is that it's got these rubber kind of plastic high-vis bumpers. Now I don't know whether that's for being able to find it if you drop it in the woods or in a shop or somewhere in the dark, why you would want it to be plastic. Maybe they just didn't want to paint it. Maybe the plastic is, colored all the way through. So if you wear it down, it'll stay orange. Because if it was just paint, obviously you scrape the paint away and it's not orange anymore. So maybe that's the idea behind that. I don't know if this is meant for like a bumper of some sort. And you can see the pry bar a little better there. It's got something for nails or, staples. Probably you could take out staples with it. I don't really know. I wonder, actually, if you can close this with these tools open. Not that you'd really need to, but let's say we wanted to use the all and we wanted to close it. Is it going to close? No. So this is the same on the other one I have. You can't use those opposite-sided, inner tools with the in the closed position because of the hammer on the back. But still, I mean, it's probably not too hard to just use it maybe like this. Yeah, I think that's pretty useful. Anyways, that's what I'm going to do is I'm going to carry this on me for the next couple weeks. And we'll try out all the features, as many as I can. And I'll get back to you with a review on how it holds up.